Running a dry cleaning business isn't cheap. There's expensive machinery to maintain and a ton of overhead. This means they really have to get creative with their terminology and boost the popular myths surrounding the business. For starters, the process isn't dry at all. Your clothes will still be drenched, but with toxic perk instead of water, and then thrown into the machine. The process cleans the surface of the clothes. But without water, it can't soak deep enough into the fibers to shift those nasty sweat stains. Now consider the constantly recycled wire hangers that may have been in and out of other customers' wardrobes. Then there's the cardboard liners for pressed pants that we sometimes fish out of the bin to reuse. When you break it all down, it's a long way from the fresh scent of a spring meadow. Every bride feels like a princess on her wedding day, but some of their dresses are truly hideous. Once your big day is over, you send your dream dress to the dry cleaners. If it is really ugly, bored employees will spot it and laugh. Sometimes, they will try it on and laugh some more. The same applies to bridesmaids' dresses and ball gowns. If you're into historical reenactments or themed events, an employee has almost certainly slipped your costume on and may even have the photos to prove it. 7. If you own a police uniform or a doctor's whites, someone has probably pranced about in these items, too. It helps to pass the time and explains why the dry cleaner sometimes smirks when you pick up your clothes. Then there is the mystery of the non-returners. For some reason, customers will drop off an item, which can sometimes be expensive or unique, and they never, ever return for it. Some people forget about the article or lose their ticket. Other times, life gets too busy. The saddest legacy of the non-returner is the lonely wedding dress, an unwelcome reminder to its owner of a broken marriage. 8 state laws differ, but most specify that dry cleaners should keep unclaimed items for a maximum of 6 months. Then the dry cleaners are expected to contact the customer to inform the person that they will be disposing of that individual's property. The clothes are eventually donated to charity or landfill, depending on their value. Once they have finally been offloaded, it is a safe bet that the original owners will appear at the counter to demand the return of their ancient items. This is why each dry cleaner has a disclaimer tacked to their wall. They can silently point to the disclaimer as the customer begins to yell. Dry cleaners are only human. From time to time, mistakes happen. Maybe a customer is given someone else's garment and decides to keep it as it is much nicer than their own. Tickets can get switched and pinned to the wrong item. Clothing can be damaged by the harsh chemical process. When this happens, the customer is protected by law, but only so far. According to the Fair Claims Guide published by the Dry Cleaning and Laundry Institute, the industry standard is to offer the current value of the item and not the original price paid. Generally, for an item that is 1 year old, you may receive 40% of its value. For an item over 5 years old, you may receive only 15% of what you paid. 9. Some dry cleaners might not even admit liability. Instead, they prefer to shift the blame onto the manufacturer. It really pays to be nice to your dry cleaner. Here comes the worst part, the one that everyone secretly suspects. Sometimes, if the store has been really busy and the customer is waiting, we don't clean your clothes at all. It's amazing how a shot of steam and a pristine plastic cover can create the illusion of freshly cleaned clothes. But don't boycott your local dry cleaner just yet, as they may not be there forever. Fast fashion and the popularity of casual office wear has left the industry struggling. 10. To all dry cleaning customers everywhere, some of these may have happened to you. But maybe not. Support your local dry cleaner.